guys, it's Brittany. So, today I'm gonna be telling you this very interesting Scream dream that I have. And no, I'm not trying to rhyme at all, but that's literally what it is, a Scream dream. And for those who have heard about the news of Scream 7, I am not happy with that. I'm not. I mean, with the actress herself, even though she did stated of what she did say, I do not blame her for what she said. And but the thing is, the studio fired her, and so now, and then with Jenna Ortega, she had quit. I heard she left quietly after that. So now I've heard they're gonna reboot Scream 7. I mean, why? I mean, okay, if you have fired one of the actresses that played at least, the main character of Scream 5 and 6, why not just stick to, or why not change it a little bit with the story and maybe bring Nev Campbell and Patrick Dempsey? Because I would really like to see that. Like, okay, well, if they're not gonna come back, then at least bring them on board, and maybe it could still I can't get my words out. It could still take place where it's like in the winter, and it's like somewhere in an isolated location where it makes it a little bit more intense and scary. So maybe stick with that, but just bring Nev Campbell and Patrick Dempsey back, because I would really like to see them back. I would. So yeah, I mean, I just hope that there will be a Scream 7, and I hope if they do, that they'll at least really think about what they need to do before just rushing into it. Because I feel like with a reboot, I just feel like that's a rush decision. I feel like somehow, you know what I mean? I feel like they're not really thinking maybe of creative ideas to maybe bring them back, and yet, I'm sorry, I thought I saw a bug flying in front of me. I thought I saw it going like, and that's why I'm whacking it, because I'm not sure if I saw that, but then again, maybe not. So yeah, that's pretty much that update. And yeah, but like I said, I just feel like the whole reboot was a pretty much a very rush decision, and I feel like they didn't really try to take their time on to really think about what they need to do, before taking the next step with the next installment. So yeah, and for those who are Scream fans, I'm pretty sure you would like to see Nev Campbell and Patrick Dempsey back, because I know I would. And here's the funny thing, because I think before hearing this news of the reboot of Scream 7, I actually, early this month, as a matter of fact, I had a dream. Oh, and before I get to the dream, I have my Christmas tree up, and the thing is, as much as I would like for my Christmas tree to be behind me where you can see it, I can't do that at the moment, because I don't have like a little chair there to sit on where you can really see it. So hang on, I want you to see it. And I wish it could be right behind me where it looks so pretty and everything, but it's right there and it's right in front of me. But I want you guys to see it, okay? So hang on. And here it is. Here is my Christmas tree. You know, it's just it's quite tall though, so I can get the whole tree into the video, but you know, there's the lights and everything, and like I said, I think this would be a good spot where I could just sit here and have the tree here like beside me. That would be pretty. I mean, maybe next time I can do that, but at the moment with this kind of lighting, I have some shadow here, so I don't know if that looks good or anything, but the tree is pretty. Oh, if you want to really see how pretty it is, let me turn off the light. See? Like, I could just look at this all day because I just love the colored lights. I really do. And yes, you can see me. So, yeah. Like I said, I think next time if I'm gonna have the tree behind me or at least beside me when I do a video, I think it would be pretty much be during the day because I like the natural light on my face. Because as for this lighting, you can see the light is coming down here, but if I'm facing this way, I mean, here looks fine, but I feel like there's still some shadow. There's no other natural light that's, I think, enhancing my face or the room itself. So yeah, let me get back to sitting down. Whew. Okay, I'm a little out of breath, but you know, I just really wanted to show you the tree, and plus with the light off it looks really pretty. And before I get to the dream, I also want to say that I'm just the kind of person, like for those who have subscribed here, even new subscribers here, for those who may or may not know, I love the holidays, and I'm the kind of person that just loves Christmas. I do, like, pretty much everything, and I'm just like, especially like around this time of the month, I'm always listening to Christmas songs. And of course, there are some days I do watch Christmas movies, some days I don't, only because and you know, I love Christmas movies. It's just that right now I feel like when it comes to the best Christmas movies, especially those that I love watching, I'm just saving them until I watch them, like on, I would say, like the 23rd, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. But of course there's some other Christmas movies I'll be watching here and there of this month, but I'm still gonna be watching other movies too. But the only ones I don't watch this month is horror, one because it doesn't give off a very cheerful, jolly feeling, because it's very scary. You know, it depends on the movie itself. And I know even for those who don't even like around this time of year, because for whatever the reason might be, and if watching holiday horror movies is your comfort zone, you know, I completely understand. You know, do what you want to do and do what makes you happy, at least around this time of year. You know, I get that. But yes, I'm a very cheerful, jolly person when it comes to this time of year, and of course through all year round. You know, I love it. And plus, I have Bath and Body Works body lotion and body spray of the scent of Vanilla Bean Noel, And I gotta say, is that's like my favorite holiday scent, only because it smells like warm, sweet sugar cookies, and I love it. I love the smell. To me, it just smells so Christmassy, and I just love it. So that's like my signature scent that I pretty much use um, from this time of year. And oh man, there's something I was gonna say, but when it comes back to me, I'll mention it. But so yeah, so on with the dream. Um, so I don't know how this happened, but like I said, this was before the news of the reboot of Scream 7. But in this dream, it seemed like I was in this house, you know. And here's the thing, here's the funny thing, because I remember I was hearing about, what if, I think Campbell and Patrick Dempsey possibly coming back, and if they were to do Scream 7. So I think that's when I was hearing about that, but then that's when I had this dream. And that's when, because like I said, because the thing is, I didn't even watch any of the Scream movies, because even though I had watched them again, again, and again, I just did not watch it that night. But I think knowing that I know the movie so well, that and knowing of having watched them just a lot of times, um, and since I pretty much know it by heart, it's like I had this dream. So in this dream, it shows where I'm in this house. It's like a big 2-story house, and I mean a big 2-story house, because upstairs you get like I'm trying to think, maybe I think 7 bedrooms and 4 baths, I think. And you get some closets. So you pretty much get like this long hallway, like from here, there, and there. So it's like very, very long. And of course you get this long stairwell of the stairs. And of course the stairs, they don't come down like this, like a curve. It comes down like that, straight, very narrow. And so Sidney was there, Gale was there. So that means she survived her stab wound, from Scream 6. And Kirby was there, so I'm glad she was there. I was there. Now, of course, since I was there, I didn't play like a fictional character. I played as myself. And me existing with these fictional characters as Scream. And of course, Mark, Patrick Dempsey, he was there. And so was Mark's and Sidney's daughter, or daughters, because from what I've heard, I think they have 2 daughters, I think. And so yeah, all of us were there. So I think we were having like a girls' night. And I'm trying to think, so what happened here? So yeah, in this dream, okay, I still remember it. So it shows where, we're all upstairs. And the weird thing is, because in one of the rooms, it seemed like someone was having some kind of party, because there were like lights flashing, and there was like some music, and there were some people dancing, so I'm not sure what kind of party it was. It seemed like someone was having fun, just don't know who. And I remember I walked to that room, and I walked out the other room. So when I walked out to the other room, everything else, like the whole upstairs, quiet and downstairs. So as I was with Sidney, Gale, and Kirby, um, we were like talking. I'm not sure what, but we just, one of, yeah, I can't speak. We were having at least one of those girl talks, just talking about things. Um, and so all of a sudden, we heard loud banging on the front door. It was so loud too. It was let me do it on the chair because I don't want to do it on the tray. It was kind of like, but it was much louder and harder than that. And so we all got startled. We jumped and we pretty much looked downstairs and we just stood there frozen. And we just did not move and we're like, who's that at the front door? And we were like, I don't know. But the thing is, we were whispering. But I can understand why we were whispering, because whoever is there at the front door, and if we talked any louder, they might hear us. So that's why we were whispering, because we wouldn't want anyone from outside to hear what we're saying, even though we're inside and upstairs. So, and yeah, I just remember my heart beating so fast. I'm like, then somehow I just got this feeling, like, even though we were all saying, I don't know, who is it? Who's at the front door? But I had this feeling that I knew it was Ghostface. So that was my instinct. And I trusted it. And sure enough, I was right, because at some point, Ghostface couldn't get through the front door because it was locked, so he had to find another way into the house. I don't know which way. I'm guessing maybe through the back door of the house, or maybe through the yard, or through, I don't know. But he's sneaky, and Ghostface knows how to get into a house, even if he can't get through the front door. And so somehow Ghostface got in, and when he did, yeah, I think somehow he got upstairs, because I remember, oh yeah, I think somehow when we heard footsteps walking, all of a sudden we got so scared we thought, okay, hurry, hide in the bathroom. So we did, but this bathroom wasn't a small bathroom. This was like a good sized bathroom. So it was actually quite spacious. So I remember me and Kirby, we were both hiding in the tub behind the shower curtain. Well, actually, the shower curtain wasn't really in front of us, but we had it pulled back. So we were just standing in the tub. We were just like waiting. And Gale and Sidney, they're standing, and they're just like ahead of us, and they're standing near the bathroom sink. And all of a sudden we can hear jiggling. We can hear the doorknob jiggling, and we were both like, we gasped, and then all of a sudden it stopped. And so after that, I remember, I think it was Gale that asked, like, so who wants to go out and check if Ghostface is there? So we're like, I'm not gonna do it. So neither one of us wanted to go out to see where Ghostface was in the house. And now no one volunteered, but I decided to be the first one to go out and to check. But here's the funny thing, because I remember when I opened the door slowly. I walked out of the bathroom, and as I walked out, I looked this way, which is, the hallway's quite long, and over there's the bedroom, and I looked that way, and the hallway's long too, all the way to the end, and over there was like another bedroom, And over here, you still have a long hallway because this was, a very, uh, a big 2-story house with a lot of bedrooms and bathrooms. And so, and the funny thing is, because even though when I turned both ways, so when I looked this way, I didn't see anything. When I looked the other way, I didn't see anything. But when I looked again this way, and just when I was walking out, because somehow I thought, okay, maybe I could walk slowly, quietly, and to see maybe if I could catch a glimpse of Ghostface. Maybe I could try to see him before he sees me. But somehow, as I took one more step, I thought, you know what? No. Because I'm taking a risk here, because even though I'm hoping to catch him before he catches me, the thing is, he's sneaky. So he could very well, see me first and try to chase me around and just try to attack me, stab me, And I knew I was gonna take that risk, so I'm like, nope. And I went back in. I went back to the bathroom with them, with Sidney, Gale, and Kirby. And as I went back in, I told them, I'm sorry, I can't, I don't want Ghostface to see me. Like, he's sneaky. Like, he could creep up on you and he could try to see you before you see him. And what are the chances are of, because, I was, trying to tell them, what are the chances of to really be the one to, be at least a step ahead of Ghostface when he is always one step ahead. Step of ahead? No, step ahead. I'm sorry. And so I remember, as I told them, because they can see how scared I was, and they were like, okay, let's go out together. And so yeah, we come to agree to that. We're like, okay, so we opened the door, and this time we were pretty much in a circle, like in a group. We were kind of like shields. So as we walked down, we were all looking this way and that way, and we all walked out together. And at some point, as we were walking, Ghostface shows up, and all of a sudden we were all screaming. I remember as we saw him, we were just screaming, we were running, but instead of running together, sticking together as a group, instead we were screaming and running and just scattered. Sidney went one way, Gale ran another way, Kirby ran the other way of the house, and I'm running by myself in this big 2-story house. And so I remember I was exhausted. I think I actually ran downstairs when they were upstairs. So that's what happened. I remember when I ran downstairs, I was so out of breath. And I was trying to catch my breath. And so I remember, I think I saw Sidney's daughter, so I talked to her for a little bit. And so I was just asking her, do you know what's going on? Has anything have ever happened before this had happened tonight, before Ghostface showed up in the house? And she has said that she had noticed some strange things going on before Ghostface had broken into the house. And so when she mentioned that to me, I forgot what it was she said, but there was something she told me, and I was like, oh my gosh, and I was like, and I actually was getting scared. I actually got goosebumps, because I'm like, oh my gosh, someone was watching them. And so I remember thinking, that means whoever it was that was doing these little strange things before breaking in, this person was watching Sidney and Mark, watching them, pretty much excuse me, pretty much stalking them and just watching them all the time, even if it means when they're having their business right at home, and it's very private and personal. So, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like Sidney doesn't even know that this was going on. And so somehow the dream ended there. But the thing is, when I woke up, I remember I fell back to sleep and the dream continued. And I'm not kidding. And the thing is, that has never happened before. I never once had a dream where I went back to sleep and the dream I had continued. That's never happened. But this happened with this scream dream. And so, here's from what I remember. Because Mark was hiding too. Because when the dream continued, it showed that Mark and his daughter, I think his eldest daughter, was hiding in the closet, like the closet downstairs. And now, and here's another thing I don't know. I don't know if this was a closet in their home or in a closet of someone that they know who was stalking them. So I think there was, and yeah, I think they're hiding in the closet of the stalker's home. But in this closet, I'm not kidding you when I say this, that in this closet, stalker's closet, had, I think, I'm trying to think, I would say 9, I think maybe 7, 9, or 10 Ghostface costumes. 10 of them, I think. Or maybe a little bit more. I don't know, but I remember seeing that where I see these long, dark, black Ghostface robes. And I remember seeing the mask. But I saw at least more than one, maybe, like I said, maybe 9 or 10 of them. And I remember seeing the dark boots, the black boots as well. And I remember as I'm seeing this, I remember thinking, wait, did they not know what closet they were in? That they are in? Like, that's not just the stalker's home, that's Ghostface's closet. And he's probably not the only one that lives there. There's probably more than one Ghostface. And so, you know, and like I said, that's what I thought. And because even earlier in the other dream, Sidney was on the phone with someone, so I'm not sure who it was. And this was scary too, because I think Mark was trying to set a trap for the stalker, from inside the stalker's own home. So I think that's what was going on. Yeah, I think, I'm not too sure, but then I think somehow what happened was it went back to where me, Sidney, and Gale and Kirby, we were in Sidney's house. And so all of a sudden, I remember I was actually downstairs and I was by myself, and I'm thinking, where's Gale, where's Sidney, where's Kirby, are they okay? And as I'm concerned and scared for them and hoping that they're okay, all of a sudden I'm downstairs by myself, and I remember I was turned this way facing towards the kitchen, and so right behind me is the front door, because the kitchen is quite long too, like a very spacious kitchen, and it looks really nice, if I may say so. So as I'm facing towards more this way, all of a sudden I hear the same loud knocking on the door, except this time it was probably much louder and very hard. But this time when I heard this knocking on the front door, not only was it really loud and hard, but even after the knocking, I heard like if someone was trying to open the door with a handle, but the way they were trying to open it, it didn't sound like a jiggle. It sounded rough and hard, almost like it was like they were shaking the door, almost like it was doing this like oh, I don't know how to do it, but imagine this, like someone has the handle and it's locked, and instead of jiggling like this, that they're doing this like really hard and it's shaking the door. It's like, but the way the door was shaking was so hard that it vibrated, and I actually felt it. I actually felt like this shakiness and the vibration of how they were shaking the locked door, really trying to get in. So when I heard that, I immediately jumped, and I turned around this way, and I'm frozen in fear, looking right at the door, and I can feel like how it was shaking, like, and feeling the vibration of it, like even feeling it right in my ears and all around me. And so that really scared me, and that was the last thing that happened. That was the last thing what happened in the dream, and it ended like that, and I woke up. But honestly, when I did woke up, I woke up startled. I did, because I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, I have never, like, seen anything like that or felt anything like that. Like there's a locked door, and instead of trying to, jiggle it a little bit, and yet they're doing it hard. Like, they have the hands right on the handle, and they're, like, doing this, pretty much shaking the front door, and it's pretty much like, not just shaking it, but it's like causing some kind of vibration, but it's so loud and so hard that I felt it all over me, right? All over my body, and I even felt it right in my ears, and it was scary. It was terrifying. And so, yeah, I never felt anything like that. Now, to me, I think it really, I think it was more intense in a dream, because, of course, in a dream, I think you can feel things a little bit more because it intensifies. But I think it could also be the same way in real life as well. But yeah, man, I woke up startled, and so yeah, and I remember even when I woke up, I even looked at my bedroom door and I thought, okay, at least it's not coming from my bedroom door, and if it was, that would have been really scary, So anyway, okay, I know this video is going on a bit long, sorry, and yeah, I even apologize for the lighting. I mean, I think it looks fine, but the thing is, I'm gonna make sure to try to do my videos during the day, just so that way there's could be more, like I said, natural lighting, and it could just illuminate and really enhance, my face and the room, just to make it look more prettier, if I might add. So yeah, anyway, that was a really intense dream. And here's what I thought too, even in the dream, because in the dream I had this feeling with this closet of the 10 Ghostface costumes. I had this feeling that one of them is Stu, and I think he's the one in charge. And I think with these other people, they're also ghost faces, even like, men, women, and I thought, whoever these are, like, now either some of these characters could be someone we do know, but I think most of them is just someone, like, there's probably most of them that we don't even know. Like, though, someone. We haven't really been introduced into the Scream franchise. So, that was my gut feeling like, this is Stu. This is his closet full of Ghostface costumes. And this is his house. So, I just got that feeling. And yeah, so. And yeah, that's it for the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel to see more movie content and dream content as well. And of course, with my other movie content as well. And hope you enjoyed that. And you'll be seeing more of it for sure. So I apologize if this is going on for a bit long, but I just wanted to share a little bit more detail of the dream. So I hope you enjoyed this, and leave a comment down below on what you think of this dream, because this was scary. It was like heart-pounding scary, just terrifying, where it literally will make you like jump out of your seat, or it'll just like especially just make you scream bloody murder. So yeah, so hope you liked the dream. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below, and that's it for today, and I'll see you at the movies.